Yeah, what we are discussing last class, we completed multi-threading, right? Yeah, we have one enhancement to discuss in multi-threading, but to understand that enhancement, you need lambda expression knowledge. So lambda expression, after completing lambda expression, we will discuss the topic as part of the features. Okay, here, now let's start the next chapter, string handling. Okay, we are choosing Java 22 version, so that whatever the changes happened in string class up to 22 version, all changes we can learn. So now new, I'm creating a class, test01 underscore string literal. Now tell me, in Java, we have different types of literals. What are the different types of literals we have? What are the different types of literals we have? We have 10. We have 10L, 10.0F, 10.5. Next single quote A. Next true. Okay. True or false. Tell me 10 is what type? Int. 10 is a int literal. Next 10L is long literal. Next float literal. Next double literal. Next char literal. Next Boolean literal. Do you have any other literal? Yes or no? Do you have any other literal? Literal means what? Constant, which you can type. Okay. Constant is nothing but a value that you can type in the source code is called what? Literal. A literal is a constant that we can type from keyboard. Is a constant value that we can type from the keyboard. Now tell me, here type 10 I can type, 10L I can type, 10.1 I can type, 10.5, 10.5, and next single quote A. True, false also we can type. Next, what else we can type? Seventh literal we have string literal. Okay, string literal. What is a string literal? Hari. Hari is a string literal. These are what? Sequence of characters. These are the sequence of characters. These sequence of characters, if you type directly Hari, is it a string literal? No. You have to write inside a double. All these are primitive type literals. All these are primitive type literals. All these are primitive type literals. Okay. Then string literal is a primitive type literal, reference type literal. Reference type literal. What is the meaning of reference type? What is the meaning of reference type? Reference type means, is it a just value, comma, just values? Is it just value? No, it is an object. It is not just value, it is an object. And also we have another type literal called null literal. Okay. Null literal, which is null. Okay, which is null. Tell me. So here, let me. Seventh, null literal, eighth. Now this is just value. It is not an object. It is just a value. Next, double quotes Hari. It is not just value. It is an object. It is an object. Next, we also contain one more literal called Sun Microsystem didn't say this is a literal, but I am considering it as a literal for better understanding in the next classes. Class literal. Here I am typing A dot class. Okay, A dot class. What is the A? Class name. Dot class is a extension. So this A dot class is also an literal. It is also internally an object. Okay. So now tell me which class object it is? An object of string class. It is an object of class. Okay. Which is string class is available where? Java.lang.string. Where this class is available? Java.lang.class. So when you are talking about values, totally how many types of values we can type? Totally 9 types of values we can type. So in these 9 types of values, these are just values, no memory created. Whenever I say just values in bracket, no memory is not created. Memory is not created, just their values. Okay. But whereas whenever I say object means what? Background, memory created. So reference type literals, these are what? Objects in bracket, object. But comes to the object comma memory is allocated. Here for null, it is just value, memory not allocated. Okay, Hari is an object, memory allocated of which class? Java.lang.string class. Okay, object, an object, instance of, an object comma, instance of. It is an object comma, instance of java.lang.string class. So this is the first point you need to understand literals. Then now come to the point. What is the point we need to understand? We have already understood other literals. Now we need to understand string literal. So tell me, in the program, I am writing main. In the program, I am writing system.out.println. System.out.println. Hari, I have written directly. Is it compiled or not compiled? Not compiled. Okay, it's not compiled. We'll get compiled error. Why? Because it's considered as a variable. It is considered as a variable. Hari cannot be resolved to be a variable. So if you want to consider a word or sequence of characters as a string, what I should write? I should write in double quotes. So what is a string? First point, what is a string? What is a string? A string is a sequence of characters placed in double quotes. Okay, then second, what is a string literal? What is a string literal? A string is nothing but sequence of characters. And then what is a string literal? Same answer. A sequence of characters placed in double quotes is called string literal. Okay, what is a string literal? A string literal is an object. Okay, next, a string literal is an object which is an instance of java.lang.string class. Okay, so what is a string literal? A string literal is a sequence of characters placed in double quotes. It is an object. It is an object which is an instance of java.lang.string class. That means when we place some characters in double quotes, okay, background inside JVM, what happened? One instance is created from string class. One instance is created from string class. Okay, right. Observe now here. Here a double quotes array we created. Then tell me first, is this double quotes array directly give to the println method? No. So what happened background? For this double quotes array, background what happened? Object is created. What is the object? Java.lang.string class object. Java.lang.string class object created. Inside this object, what is stored? Array is stored. And reference is what? 10. So now whenever we have seen double quotes, tell me, is it normal value or background it is an object? Background it is an object. Okay. Can you open Xerox number 3 material? Xerox number 3 material and search for string handling chapter and refer notes. I'll be back in 10 minutes. Okay, right. So here, what is a string literal? A string literal is a sequence of characters placed in double quotes. Then technically what is it? It is an object which is an instance of java.lang.string class. That means when we place some characters in double quotes, when we place some means what? 0 to n number of characters. Characters in double quotes. Inside JVM, one instance is created with a string class. Instance is created from string class with the given characters. Okay. Now, I have a question. Tell me, whenever you write double quotes Hari, inside what happened? String object is created. If you want to store this string object with the characters Hari, you want to just print, it's okay. But I want to store the string object and do some operations. For that, what I have to do? For storing string literal, we must create string class type referenced variable. Tell me how to write the code now. String s1 equal to double quotes Hari. Okay, this is just for printing and this is for what? Storing. And then after storing, now I am writing s1. Control F11. Now what is printed now? Tell me. Class name at the rate hash code, data of the object printing. Data of the object. Okay, third point. What will be printed? What is printed when we print string class object? Answer is its data is printed. When we print our own class object, data is not printed. When we print string class object, data is printed. Why? Okay, because in string class, toString method is overridden. In string class, toString method is overridden to return and print string class object. Okay. And now if you remember, I'm writing a class called example. In this class example, I have private int x and I'm defining constructor example int x. This dot x equal to x. Okay. Now tell me, here I am creating example class object e1 equal to new example by passing the value 10 or let's say 15 I am taking. Then when I print e1, what is printed? Class name at the rate hash code. Okay. Why in string class name at the rate hash code is not printed? Why example class object class name at the rate hash code printed? Because in example class, toString method is not overridden. Now I'm taking another class called sample with the same x. Here I am overriding. ToString method. ToString method is not our class. It is java.lang.object class method. In java.lang.object class, we have ToString method. I am overriding and returning the x as the result. Double quotes x. Can we return x directly? No, because return type is what? String. I cannot return x. X is a primitive value in. So how to convert primitive value to string? Just concat with empty string. Double quotes plus x. Then empty string converted x as what? Value. Here, what is the expression executed? What is the x value? Suppose I am passing 15 and then 15 converted to string. And then now both are concatenated. Finally become what? Return 15. That 15 is coming here and printed. Observe, I am writing same object with the class what? Sample s1 equal to new sample of 15. I am printing s1. Then whenever you print any class object, implicitly, if you print any class object, let me take this as str. When you print any class object, implicitly println method will call what method? ToString method. Then here ToString method overridden? Yes. overridden in string class. Hence, what is printed? Data, object data is printed. Object data is printed. Next, tell me. Here, example object printed. Here also what happened? Same story. E1 dot toString method is called. And tell me, E1 dot toString method, overridden or not overridden? Not overridden. In which class? Example class. And then what is printed? Object data na class name at the rate hash code. Here, then executed from which class? Object class. And then what happened? Class name at the rate hash code. Is printed. Okay. Next tell me. Here also what happened? S1 dot toString. Now tell me. First searching in which class? Sample class. Then in sample class, is it overridden? Yes, overridden in sample class. If it is overridden in sample class, what is printed? Object data 15 is printed. Object data Hari is printed. Okay, so this is the knowledge you must have about toString method. And now finally tell me, what is a string literal? What is a string? A sequence of characters placed in double quote is called what? Is called string. Okay. Then next, what is string literal? A string literal is or you can say a sequence of characters. A sequence of characters placed in double quotes is called string or string literal. Both are same. Okay. What is a string literal? It is an object. Technically, it is an object, which is an instance of java.lang.string class. It means when we place 0 to a number of characters in double quote inside JVM, one instance is created from string class with the given data. From which class? String class. Which string class? Java.lang.string class. Okay. For storing string literal, we must create string class type referenced variable in the program. For storing string literal, we must create string class type reference variable. How? Tell me now. String S1 equal to double quotes. Sorry. Double quotes. Now, this is the programming part. And what is printed when we print string class object? What do you write here? System dot out dot println of what do you write? S1. If you print S1, what is output printed? It's data. Why data? Because toString method is over. Now, finally, all the people got clarity on string literal. What is string literal? Next. Now I'm going to write next program. Test02 underscore string object. Tell me, how many ways we can create string object? How many ways we can create string object? Tell me any class object I can create in how many ways? Only one way, by using new keyword. But we can create string object in two ways. In two ways. What are the two ways? Number one, by using string literal. By using string literal, double quotes, double quotes. Okay. Number two, by using new keyword and constructor call. By using new keyword and constructor call. How? Tell me. New string of double quotes. Hari. Here also I'm writing. Okay. Now tell me, is there any difference between in these two approach? Okay. Fifth question. What are the differences between? When two approaches are there, definitely some differences will be there now. What are the differences between string, okay, between above two approaches? And now there are two differences. Two approaches, two differences. Number one, number one, what is that? Number of objects creation. Number of objects creation. Number two, string pool. Okay, number of objects creation, string pool. Now tell me, what the meaning of number of objects creation? In literal approach, only one string object is created. Okay, in a literal approach, only one string object is created. In new keyword approach, two objects are created. Okay, very important entry question. In new keyword approach, how many objects created? Two objects. Let us try to see now. String S1 equal to double quotes Hari. And tell me, here, how many double quotes are there? One. One double quote is one object. Okay. Now this is one object. Now, string S2 equal to new string of double quotes Hari I have written. What happened? Tell me here. How two objects? Can you please show your talent and tell me? Yes, here two objects are there. How two objects? Let me take here not Hari. I am taking here Naresh. Here two objects created. How two objects? Sorry? Double quotes is a one string. Na? Double quotes Naresh IT is one string. Then you are passing that one string as an argument to constructor. Constructor before what is there? New. New keyword is always creates. New keyword is always creates one object. So tell me, how many objects are available here? Two objects. Explain the memory diagram. S1 variable is created equal to string object with characters what? Hari. Reference is 1010. 1010 stored in S1 point. Next, S2. S2 variable is created equal to double quotes. This is one object. Now tell me, Naresh IT, one object is created with reference 2020. Now the new keyword is another object. Another new object is created with reference word 3030. Now tell me, what is this constructor? Constructor is executed by passing current object reference and argument. Na? So what is the current object? 3030. What is the argument object? 2020. Tell me, what is the job of constructor? Constructor job is initializing argument object or current object with an argument. So inside constructor, we have a logic copying argument object characters into current object. So what is the logic available? Copying current object characters into, argument object characters into current object. That means, can I say this constructor is a normal constructor or copy constructor? It is a copy constructor. Remember a copy constructor? Copy constructor takes same class object and copy its data into current object. That is called copy constructor. If it is storing this string object reference directly inside the string object, we call it as copy constructor? No, we call it as a initializer. So if the constructor has a logic, take the current class object as an argument and copy the data from current object into argument object. Then we call that constructor as what? Copy constructor. So if somebody asks, tell me the predefined class example for a copy constructor. Can I say string class constructor is a copy constructor? Right. Then tell me what happened? Now these Naresh IT characters are copied into here. Tell me 2020 copied, Naresh IT characters copied. Characters are copied. And now what is written to S2 variable to store? New keyword reference. What the new keyword reference? 3030 is stored and pointing to it. Is it clear, everyone? Now tell me S2 variable pointing to this object. So totally to your program, how many objects are under your control? 2 objects. What is that? 1010 object and 3030 object are in our control. So finally, tell me whenever you see double quotes, immediately your mind should say, is it a normal value like a 10? Is it a normal value like a 10? Or is it an object? Object means separate circle you have to create with the characters. When you see new keyword and literal, how many objects you have to count there? 2 objects. Interviewer will ask a question in the written test exam. Identify how many objects. Count how many objects are created in the below code. You should able to tell. Double quote is 1 object. New keyword and double quote is second object. Okay, 2 objects are there. Let me ask another question. Here I am creating string S2 equal to double quote, sorry, I repeated again. Here, any new object created? Here, any new object created? Answer is 0. New object is not created. Why? Why new object is not created? Already created now. Sir, that is that object, this is this object. You use new keyword or not used? Then that means you are repeating now. If you use new, then new object you are asking. But are you asking new or directly? Direct. Directly means what is this? Repeating. So you are repeating, double quotes are here again. The new object created or not created? Not created. Prove it. How can you prove? System dot out dot println of S1 double equal to S3. What is the output you get? True. Because S1 reference, S3 reference will be same. Why? Because here another new object created or not created. The previous object reference only copied here. Will get output true. Why error? Okay. So what you got now output? True. Why true output you are getting? Because here both references are same. Okay. Now I'm asking next question. String S4 equal to new string of double quotes NIT. And tell me how many objects created here? 2 objects created. Come on, think. 2 objects created or not created? Not created. 1 object created. Which object? Double quotes NIT or new keyword? New keyword. 1 object created. Why? Because double quotes NIT already created. Na? Just now I proved that whenever the literal is repeated, new object is not created. Okay? Literal is repeated, new object is not created, previous object only will be used. When a new keyword is repeated, then new object is created. Okay, let me prove this point. System dot out dot println S2 double equal to S4. Tell me how many objects create here? Will get true or false? False. Both are different objects. True and false. Now explain the memory diagram completely. Here, first what happened? S1 variable memory created. Okay, let me take it here. S1 variable created. Then what happened? String object is created with reference 1010. Inside what is there? Array characters. Then 1010 stored pointing to it. Then S2 variable is created equal to, again double quotes array you created. I am writing this S2, this is S2, this is S3, this is S3. Now S2 variable is created. S2 variable assigned with New literal or same literal? Same literal. Here new object created, a previous object reference is written. Previous object reference is written, and stored and pointing to the same object. Then because S1, S2 references are same, pointing to same object, you will get output what? True. I have a question. S1, S2 you got true because object is same, reference is same, content is same. Because of content is same, because reference is same. Double equal to operator will work on reference, not on data. Okay, fine. Then next, what about these three lines? Let us analyze. S4 variable is S3 variable is created equal to first what object is created? Literal object 2020 Naresh IT. Equal to what happened? Another string object is created with reference 3030. What happened here? Data is copied into this string object. Now what is the data available? Naresh IT. Reference is what? 3030. Pointing to it. Okay. Next, S4 variable is created equal to new keyword creates another new string object. Is this double quotes NIT another object created or not created? Not created. 4040. What happened? In this double quotes NIT, the old object 2020 is substituted, and from that old object only data is copied inside this object. What is that? Naresh IT we got. All people following? What the data we got here? 4040 pointing to. Clear? So this is the memory diagram. S3 and S4 are pointing to same object? No. But S3, S4, both are copying the data from same object. Copy from same object, but holding what? Different reference object. Now my question is, reusing one literal object, reusing the same literal object every time, reusing the same literal object every time when it is repeated. This concept is called string pooling. What we call string pooling. What is a string pooling? String pooling is a concept in which already created object, already created literal objects will be reused. When we repeat the same literal again and again, only one object is created, and every time the already created first object reference will be repeated. This concept is called what? String pooling. Now my question, how JVM knows that already first object is created? Is JVM looking for previous lines? Is the object already created? You can see by using your eyes, you can see in the previous line, Hari created, NIT created, you can see. But JVM has eyes to see previous lines? No. Then what JVM will do? Whenever you create literal object, whenever you create literal object, the literal objects are created in special memory, nothing but collection, nothing but collection. Do you remember last class, we have understood inside JVM for storing the thread of daemon threads, one group, non-daemon threads as another group, we have one collection object. That collection object is called what? Daemon threads collection, non-daemon threads collection. Like that, inside JVM, we have, inside JVM, inside heap area, we have a separate memory area is available, not memory area, sorry, a collection object is available. This collection object is named as what? String constant pooled area. What do we call? A string constant pooled area. All string literals, whenever JVM come across the string literal, immediately this object is created inside a string constant pooled area. Okay. Then when second time literal is repeated, it is going JVM checking in the string constant pooled area is already available. If already available, return the existing reference. If already not available, it creates the object in the pool, returns the reference to our program. Okay. Now finally try to answer. First step, JVM come here. S1 equal to S1 variable created where? In Java stacks area. In Java stacks area, in a main thread, in a main method stack frame, in a main method stack frame, in Java stacks area, in a main thread, in a main method stack frame, S1 variable is created. Now, Hari is a new keyword object or literal object? Literal object. Then it is going and checking in the string constant pooled area. First time, is a string object with the data Hari is available there? No. Then it creates string object with the data Hari and return the reference and store it inside S1. Then we control go to next line. Then S2 variable created in Java stacks area in a main thread in the main method stack frame and search for what? String object with the data hurry. String object with the data hurry available or not available? Available. Then return its reference and store it in our variable. Next line we are comparing S1 with S2. S1 reference 1010, S2 reference 1010. Then returns what? True. Then fourth line. String s equal to new string of. First, always argument is executed, then new keyword is executed. Now, argument double quotes NIT. Double quotes NIT, now it is a literal object. In the string constant pool area, is the literal object available? No. Then new object is created with reference 2020 and substituted that reference here. And then new keyword creates the object. Tell me where? Is a new keyword creates object in the string constant pooled area or in the heap area? Heap area. Because it is not a string literal. In the constant pool, in the string constant pool, in the string pool, what is created? Only literal object is created. Is this literal object? No, it is a new keyword object. It is an expression object. An expression object is not a constant. The name itself telling only constants are allowed here. Then now what happened? The reference. The string object is created in the heap area with reference 3030. Then the data is copied from pool to new heap object and store the data here. When you go to the next line, new keyword, okay, double quotes NIT. It is a literal object. First, creating a checking. Checking in the heap area. Is there any string object with NIT? Yes. Then it reads the characters and copy into new keyword created object and return the reference. Everyone understand what is the string constant pool? Finally, try to answer. What are the differences in creating string object by using string literal and new keyword? In a string literal approach, number of objects created only one and pooling is applied, means when you repeat the same object, new object is not created. Second, in a new keyword approach, every time new object is created, pooling is not applied. If we create new keyword wise object, two objects are created. One is literal, another is new keyword. Tell me, I'm writing one statement here. String S5 equal to new string of double quotes Hyderabad. Again, I'm repeated string S6 equal to new string of Hyderabad. Okay, new string of Hyderabad. How many objects created here? 2. Here, 1. Now, string S6 equal to double quotes. Telangana state or TZ na? TS or TZ? Olden days TS, now TZ. After 5 years, maybe it come back to the TS. Understand? Next 5 years, if KCR again come back to the power, again he may change from TG to TS. We'll see. Now, string S7 equal to, I am writing, this is S7, S8 equal to, S8 equal to new string of double quotes TG. New string of double quotes TG. How many objects created here? 1. Here. 2 na 1 na? 2. Why? The literal object is already created, so only new keyword object, Understood? Now tell me, what is the memory diagram here? Tell me. S7 created. This is our heap area. In heap area, we have what? String constant pooled area. And then now in Java stacks area, S7 variable created equal to double quotes TG literal. In SCPA, TG not available created with reference 1010 stored in S7 point. Next, new string of S8 created, new string of TG. TG already available. In heap area, only new string object is created with reference 2020. Characters are copied from pool to here. TG 2020 stored point. Next, S9. Then another string object is created. Data is copied from pool to here. And reference is, TG Reference is 30, 30, 30, 30 stored point. Everyone understand? Now, next point. Here I am writing S7 equal to null. Okay, and I call system.gc. Garbage collection completed. And tell me, is that S7 pointing object eligible for garbage collection? This reference is gone. 10, 10 replaced with null. Reference is gone. Sorry, this is pointing to whom? Tell me now. Now reference is gone. Is the TG object eligible for garbage collection or not? Yes or no? No. No. Why? It is holding by SCPA. Prove that it is not eligible for garbage collection. Okay. What do you write? Again write string S10 equal to double quotes TG. If it is a garbage collector destroyed, another new string object should create na. System.out.println S7 double equal to S10 should get what? False. Oh my God. S7 we cannot write because it's already null na. Sorry, we'll do one. We cannot test it. Only concept. And I cannot prove it. Okay. Yeah, I can prove it. No, I cannot prove it. I'm thinking any other way to prove. No. Okay, I cannot prove it, but you have to have common sense. What the common sense? Literal object is not eligible for garbage collection because literal object is holding by SCPA. Okay, next. Now I'm writing string S9, S10. Sorry. S8 equal to null. Now tell me, if I write S8 equal to null and call garbage collection, is this object eligible for garbage collection? Reference is gone. This object is referencing by any pool here? No. This is copy. This is not arrow mark is not meant for referencing. That's the written dotted line. This is what? Copy. Data copied, data copied. Now is this object holding by pool? No. Now this object is eligible for garbage collection. So tell me now, string pooling is a good concept? Not that much good concept. String pooling is giving more benefits, background problems also there. Actually, string pooling has a one advantage. What is the advantage? Number of objects creation is decreased. But once the object is pooled, is it eligible for garbage collection or not eligible? Not eligible. So tell me, what is the disadvantage of this string pooling? Object is never eligible for garbage collection. Once you add the object to the SCPA, that object is never eligible for garbage collection. If string pooling is really giving the benefit, why new keyword wise object is not pooling? Are you following my point? So new keyword wise object is not pooled, only literal object wise pooling. Only reason is string constant pooled area is never eligible for garbage collection. Object stored is never eligible for garbage collection. In my project, if I create thousands of objects, thousands of string objects, finally all are will go inside pool and heap area filled, and we don't have chance for creating new objects. We will get out of memory error. So pooling is giving advantage. For example, you have sweets. Sweets are very sweet. You can eat, but how? 1 kg of sweet one day if you eat, then you will be in a hospital. Okay, na? So advantage is there, but what you should use like a medicine. Okay. Now slowly we have to eat daily one sweet eat, no problem. Body can control your sugar levels. So if you eat complete 1 kg of sugar one day, then okay. So finally, what is the point? Pooling is having advantage that it will allow us to reuse the objects by creating only one time. Disadvantage is it is not eligible for garbage collection. Is it clear, everyone? So finally, what points we covered? How many ways? Different ways we can, what are the different ways we can create string object? Different ways to create string object. Now how many ways we can create string object? 2 ways. Literal approach and new keyword and constructor call. In a literal approach, how many objects created? 1 object. In a new keyword object, 2 objects. Next, always 2 objects? Always 2 objects? No. In bracket, 1 object, I can say 1 or 2 objects. 1 compulsory. Here, always 1 object? No, 0 or 1 object. Now tell me, what is the pooling? The literal object comes under pooling, means new object is not created if the same literal is repeated with same case. Java is case sensitive, right? If at least 1 character case changed also, new object is created. Here, objects are being reused. Next, the new keyword object doesn't come under pooling. Always new object is created even though the data is same. Is it clear, guys? So there's a story. Please refer material. Are these points there? There or not there? Must be there. Did you find the page number? Okay. Same explanation with the diagrams must be there. I know it's there because it's written by me one. Look at it. To go into room, you read. I'm taking string s1 equal to double quotes HK. Okay. Now I am trying to write s1 dot. There is a predefined method called concat. s1 dot concat of double quotes comma Naresh IT I have written. Then I am printing system dot outer println s1. 1 second, sir. Which approach is best for creating string object? And tell me, literal approach is best or new keyword wise best? I have 2 approaches. What are the 2 approaches? Literal approach and new keyword approach. Which approach is best? Literal approach wise, only 1 object is created. String approach wise, more than 1 object is created. Literal approach wise, only 1 object is created, right? How many objects created? 1. New keyword wise, 2. And string pooling applied, yes. String pooling not applied, no. Now tell me, which approach is best? Literal or new keyword? Literal approach wise is best because it comes under pooling and only 1 object is created. Number of objects decrease. When number of objects are decreased, we will have advantage. Now tell me, when literal approach is best, why new keyword approach is there? Okay, which approach is best for creating string object? Answer is depends on the purpose. Okay, depends on the purpose. Tell me, we want to create very first new object. Which approach I have to use? Can I use new keyword approach? I want to create very first object, string object. Can I create new keyword approach? No. Okay, we can use only literal approach. We must use literal approach. Why new keyword approach we cannot use? For the new keyword approach also I should write double quotes, na? Directly I cannot write characters, double quotes. When I write double quotes, obviously it is what? New object. Next, when to use new keyword approach? We must use new keyword approach. What? Already you know what constructor is doing. Creating or copying or? Only for creating new string object for by copying means for creating what? New string object by copying content from other existing string object. Okay, for copy operation only use a new keyword approach. If you want to create a very first new object, always use literal approach. Okay, that's it. So when to use literal approach and new keyword approach? Literal approach, purpose, new object, and this is copy object. Right. And now let's try to understand next point, string immutable. Look at here. I created one string object. I'm calling concat. Concat method is used for joining both the strings as one string. Okay. Then what is the output you are expecting here? Output HK or output HK comma NIT. Which one? Which one is right answer? HK or HK comma NIT? HK comma NIT. It is a wrong answer. HK is the right answer. అవునా ఎందుకో కంకాట్ చేశాను కదా కాపీ నో but it is immutable. Tell me, your brain is mutable or immutable? Your brain is immutable. Every day you should concat the previous content to the next content. Next content to previous content you concat and you have to tell the next class. What are you doing? Every day you are coming with what? Fresh brain. Right? First day brain. Daily you are coming to the class with only first day brain. Never you are concatenating because your brain is a immutable, very, very dangerous brain, immutable. Okay. So finally, string is also immutable, means we cannot modify the object content in the same object. Then what is happening? Whenever we call concat method, always it returns the result as a new object. It returns the result as a new object. String s2 equal to, then you write s2, s1 is what? HK, s2 is what? HK comma NI. Control F11. Look at that. HK NI. So finally, what is the point? String is immutable, means you cannot modify string data in the current object. What is the current object? Double quotes HK current object. Tell me, if you call student object by calling s1 dot s1 student object dot set course of new course, then new course is stored in the new string object. I mean new student object, the same existing student object. Then student, employee, bank account objects allowing to modify the fields data in the same object memory or not? Yes. But come to the string, it will not allow us to modify the same string object. It returns new string object to our program. So remember, string is immutable. String is immutable means string object is immutable. Some students are having wonderful confusion. String S3 equal to double quotes. I have written here Hyderabad. Okay, Hyderabad. Now tell me system dot out dot println. I have written what here? S3. What is S3 coming? Hyderabad. But I am writing S3 equal to double quotes Secunderabad. What will you get here? Hyderabad or Secunderabad? Come on. Hyderabad or Secunderabad? Okay. This is Secunderabad we will get. String is immutable na? Hey. String object is immutable, not string variable. Many times I told you S3 is not a object. S3 is a variable. This object. Double quotes Hyderabad is object. S3 is not an object. S3 is a variable. Then to the variable, another new object reference I can assign or not? Yes. Is this Secunderabad going on storing in this object? No. It is another new object. This new object reference is stored in S3 variable pointing to this new object. Old object is unreferenced and S3 is pointing to the new object. Understand? Don't confuse by object and by variable. It is a variable, it is object. No, sir, I want to make my string variable also immutable. Then declare variable as final. S4 equal to double quotes NIT. Now, S4 equal to double quotes. I'm writing all are small NIT. Allowed or not allowed? Not allowed. Compiler will throw error. Now, string object and also string variable, both are what? Both are what? Immutable. So, string object is immutable, meaning once you create a string object with content, inside the same circle, inside the same current object, you cannot store new data. If you try to store new data, old data is not replaced. Old data object available, another new object is created with the result, and that new object is returned to our program. If you don't store that new object, data is lost. If you want to hold that object, you have to assign to a local variable. With the original variable, we will get HK. With a new variable, we will get what? Modified data. String object is immutable. What about string variable? String variable is not immutable. It is a mutable. We can assign new object. If you want to make string variable is also immutable, we should declare it as fine. Okay, so this point with the clear memory diagram available in the material, refer it. So totally how many points completed? 3 points. Number 4 points. What is string literal? Next, when we print string object, what is printed? ToString method in the string class. The next, string object, and then string immutable. So you have to refer these 3 points. These are the very basic standard points of the string handling entire chapter. Tomorrow we will try to understand some more important points on string chapter. Okay, don't miss tomorrow class. Thank you. That's all for today class.